Hello and welcome to Construction Week's Expo Reaction series, where we speak with Expo 2020 Dubai's country Commissioner Generals to gather their thoughts on the one-year postponement of the World Fair. This week, we are joined by Adrian Malinowski, the Commissioner General of the Poland Pavilion at Expo 2020 Dubai. Adrian, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Morning, Ashley. Thank you so much for having me over, and I'm delighted to join you here.
Now, Adrian, firstly, can you tell me what is your reaction to the postponement of Expo, and was Poland involved in the steering committee at all?
Well, as a matter of fact, we are not one of the countries that are involved directly in the works of the steering committee. However, we were not a passive bystander. I guess that we were pretty much involved in the decision-making process and in the whole discussion of the COVID situation from that very day one. Of course, we were not caught off guard in terms of the COVID-19 situation all around the world. So even prior to the decision of the organizers as well as the UAE government, we were pretty much sure that something's going to happen. So we went through the numbers, we tried to cover all the situations and tried to create scenarios for our stakeholders. So what we would like really to underline is that we really appreciate the swiftness in decision-making process and the operational readiness of the organizers to go ahead through the voting process with the BIE. Which was pretty much odd because it was the first case in throughout the history of the BIE that we were forced to take measures in order to move the Expo dates forward a little while still maintaining the brand.
And what will the postponement mean, particularly for the construction of the pavilion, and has it affected your budgets at all?
As I said, answering the first question, I said that we went through the numbers. So we went through the numbers at the very beginning. Then we decided to make some adjustments, some changes, some tweaks in all the construction process, as well as in the process of the interior design and the exhibition. So we are taking this year that is going to pass from the basic date of the start of the Expo until the 1st of October of 2021 to make proper adjustments. So we have, as any other countries, as any other participant, we faced some delays in the supply chain. We had to sit by the table with our constructors, try to assess whether our current exposition, as well as what we are trying to do with the construction process of the pavilion, are suitable toward the needs of the exposition as it's gonna happen in the 2021. So we've tweaked some of the dates. Some of them were postponed to a little later. But we are facing the numbers that we were facing in the basic schedule and within the basic budget. So we are pretty happy with the numbers, where there's a slight increase, of course, as it should be in terms of every other pavilion built prior to the opening of the exposition. But the numbers are looking very, very well for us.
Okay. And what's the current status in terms of the percentage of construction for the pavilion? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Of course. When we were caught by the decision of postponement of the Expo, we were at the very early stage. So this gave us a little breath, I would say. And currently we are finalizing the basic groundworks, and we are going through the most intensive part of the process of pavilion building in August and September. So apart from working on the construction, of course, we are trying to make the proper changes and introduce different scenarios to the internal fit out, as well as the things that we will be trying to say and to our visitors about Poland This would cover, of course, all those issues that have arisen only recently due to the pandemic issues. And even though that we were not given any specific directions by the organizers heretofore, I say that we are trying to anticipate and trying to push a little forward those works that we are having in terms of exhibit, just to cover all those scenarios and those issues that I think, and we as a team think, that might be relevant to this current situation all around the world.
And can you tell us who the main contractors are for the pavilion?
When it comes to the construction contractor, it would be one of the biggest companies in Europe in terms of exhibitions, expos, and fairs. The International Poznań Fair, one of the biggest companies in Poland, with a great track record in organizing the huge exhibitions all around the world, and having their own fairground in Poland, in Poznań, one of the first fairgrounds in Eastern Europe, in the Central Europe as well. So we have a history with them. We know this contractor, and hopefully everything is going to be fine by the opening of the Expo 2020 in 2021, of course. But when it comes to the story, to the whole content, this is another consortium that we are working on. It's a conglomerate of 3 companies: Science Now, Teller, and Stellar Fireworks. 3 companies working together in order to provide us with the best theater solutions for the exposition.
Can you give us a little bit of a taste of what visitors can expect from the pavilion? What's sort of your theme for Expo?
All right, so our main theme is pretty much compliant with what the organizers would expect us, each and every participant, to tell us. It's Poland, it's creativity inspired by nature. So this is the main theme that's trying to link the human potential with those phrases coming from the 3 main topics of this expo, so mobility as well as sustainable development. We in Poland try to tell a story about the Polish nation, that has come across so many obstacles throughout the history. Yet again, we are very resourceful, we are very, very creative, hardworking, well-educated, and full of positive energy. That's always something that is a key requirement to surpass the challenges that the world is facing as well.
And last question for me, Adrian. What does it mean for Poland to be part of Expo 2020 Dubai, and how do you think it will boost the country's presence in the UAE?
For us, it's just as simple as being a part of a global community. This is the time in history that it is required even more than ever before. So we are trying to be one of the links in the global chain, and we would like to be perceived as a strong, unified link in this whole chain, and we would like to be even stronger when it comes to the relations with the organizers, with the UAE government, as well as all the countries that will be taking part in this huge thing of the 2021. But we will be, of course, focusing mainly on economy issues, as well as going through trying to present our culture, our nature, as well as the beauty of our land, of course. Apart from the things that I said previously about us being so well educated and being resourceful, these are the things that are pretty much connected to each other. So this will be a fluid story about ourselves, and we would like to encourage each and every country, each and every participant to come over to see us, especially those countries that are located very far away and have only seen Poland on the map.
Adrian, thank you for being part of our series today. We wish you all the best with Poland's participation at Expo 2020 Dubai, which is obviously set to take place from the 1st of October. So yeah, thank you very much for talking to us today. Thank you so much indeed. It was a pleasure to be here with you, and hopefully we're going to be able to see each other in person sometime in the future. So for those tuning into our videos, feel free to comment and make sure to subscribe to our channel to catch future episodes of Construction Week's Expo Reactions series. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.